Hi everyone, it's Emma from Houzz Pro here. In today's video, let's go through how to invite and collaborate with your subcontractors so everyone can stay on track of all of your projects. Let's start off with how to actually invite your subcontractor to your project. To do so, click on Invite in the top right hand corner once you're in a project and click on Subcontractor and Supplier from the drop-down. At the top of this pop-up, you'll notice a prompt. If you've accidentally clicked in here to invite a team member to your software, you'll be navigated through if you click on here. Below that, you'll see the option to invite the subcontractor or supplier. From the drop-down, you'll receive the option to add existing subcontractors into your library to your project or invite a new one from scratch. What you want to go ahead and do is add their details in. For example, their first name, their surname, their email address, and then their role. With the role, you're able to add a custom type by typing it in and clicking to create. Once you've done this, it'll add into your list so you can use it in the future. Click on Next, and here you'll be able to see their permissions. So what the subcontractor will have access to in your projects. They'll be able to view the project overview, files, timeline, and your daily logs. By clicking Next, you're able to add a personal message. So this message is going to be in the body of the email of the invite you're sending them. So come in here and customize your message. Once you've done that, click on Invite, and you'll be able to see that the invitation has sent. If you've made a spelling error and the email never reached your subcontractor, you'll receive a notification here, or if you actually already invited them to the software, you'll be notified of that as well. If it's gone ahead and gone through successfully, you'll see an invitation sent, and you've got the option to invite another or select Done. From here, you can see that new contact still pending, they haven't yet accepted. You can click the drop down, resend that invitation, or remove them to revoke access. If needed, you can always come back into the drop down and add multiple people at once. Now let's go ahead and figure out how to manage your subcontractor details. To do this, click on the settings icon in the top right and hop down to your teams. So this is where we can add internal team members. However, you can also have a look at your subcontractors and suppliers. So here we can have a look at everyone we've invited to the project so far, their status, and the option if we need to edit, resend that invitation, or remove it. If they're coming up as pending, it means you've invited them but they haven't yet accepted the invitation. And if they're coming up as activated, it means you've invited them and they're in your software. If you need to edit, click the three dots and select Edit to change their first or last name, their role, or even have a look at their access, which shows you which project you've invited them to within the software. If you need to, you can always click the trash can to revoke that access. Once you've made all of your edits, click on Save and that'll update there for you. Let's hop back into the project and have a look at how to share files, timeline, and daily logs to your subcontractor. By default, they won't be able to access, but you can change that by going into each of the items and granting access. For example, if I hop into my timeline tool, I'll be able to click on Share in the top left-hand corner and grant them access by clicking into No Access and changing it here. Once you've done that, you'll see their colored reference of the orange bubble pop up. If you hop into your files, you'll be able to go into each file and click on three dots and then Share. This will give you the option again to share or even revoke access to certain files. Again, the color reference will come up so you know exactly which file they do or do not have access to. Lastly, we have daily logs. So subcontractors can actually create daily logs as well as view existing ones you've got. So if you ever see a daily log randomly pop up, chances are that they've created it. Same thing, you can click into a daily log, click into Share in the top right hand corner, and give or revoke access. Now let's go through how does a subcontractor actually view your invite and what they can actually see when they go into Houzz Pro. Just as a reference, I'll open up my inbox of my subcontractor and have a look at the invite. This is what it looks like. We've got the invitation, we've got our personalized message, and the option to accept that invite. When they click accept, it'll take them into the Houzz Pro login where they can either create a free account or by default go into the existing account straight away if they're already signed in. Once they're signed in, they can open the project that you've shared access to and view those tools. For example, here we've got our project overview where they can look at all the files. They've got the project details on the far right. On the left, they can click into the timeline and have a look at all of the stages as well as click into calendar view. They can access all of the files you shared with them as well as upload files, keeping in mind that if the subcontractor uploads files, only you and the subcontractor can see this, not the client. They can also go into daily logs, like I said before, create their own, or just look at the ones you've created and shared with them. If your subcontractor has been invited to other projects by another company or by your own, they can always switch teams by going into different projects. Inviting subcontractors on Houzz Pro allows you to make sure everyone's on the same page for your projects, saving you time and effort in the long run. Thank you for watching.